Hola y bienvenidos a mi canal. Para los que no me conocen soy Ivana Díaz y para los que ya me conocen, hola, tomen asiento porque ya empieza este video. Hoy les quiero hablar de un tema muy serio y que me toca mucho el corazón. Obviamente sobre mi país. Ya muchos saben que hay una crisis humanitaria pasando en Venezuela y solamente quería tocar el tema y informarles de lo que está pasando y cómo todo se desenvolvió y llegó a ser lo que pasó el martes. Este video va a ser en inglés porque muchos de mis seguidores en mis redes sociales y en YouTube hablan inglés y solamente quería informarles de lo que está pasando porque obviamente que no es un tema bonito, es un tema que da mucho miedo y ningún país quiere estar así. Entonces, bueno, con esto me cambio a inglés. Alright guys, so this video is basically going to be about the crisis that is going on in Venezuela. As many of you guys know, something is going on over there, but many of you don't know what is actually happening. So with this, be enlightened and hopefully you guys can share the information because spreading awareness is the #1 thing that us as Venezuelans, not in our country, can do to help over there. My heart, my soul, my courage, and everything in between is there with my natives fighting. It's just sad that physically I can't be there because I'm not allowed to be there, but if I could, I would, and trust me, I would. So with this, let's begin our video with a timeline of how it got to be the way it had to be. Not everything, but mostly everything initiated itself in 2013 with the death of Hugo Chavez. Nicolas Maduro came into power and decided to fuck shit up even more than it already was. Large unrestrained spending kept happening, and because of this, Venezuela reached an economic deficit, making our country start to spiral more down than it already was. In 2014, scarcity of food and basic needs started to manifest itself, and many people started to come out and protest on the streets, many of them being college students fighting for their rights. Also in 2014, Leopoldo Lopez, who was a leader of the opposition, began his campaign to overthrow Maduro from power. Sadly, that ended with him going to jail, and many of the progress that we made stopped and just died there. And to end the year, Venezuela entered a recession. 2015 soon came upon us. Legislative elections were held. Maduro cheated the system because he was scared he was going to lose his position and the power that he already gained. So the opposition actually got 2/3 majority, but that was changed and Maduro stayed in power and everything started to go even more downhill. Also in 2015, the average Venezuelan lost 19 pounds due to the scarcity that was going on in the country. In 2016, votes for the Constituent Assembly were held and Maduro decided to cheat the system once more, ending in the change of the Venezuelan constitution, which, if you're American, you know that's kind of impossible. Well, it wasn't possible until we had this ape come into power. 2018 presidential elections were held. Maduro cheated the system one more time, and of course he got the vote. By this time, 3 million people, including my family, had already fled Venezuela. And finally, we are caught up to 2019. 2019 has been a very life-changing year for many Venezuelans. This year kind of marks the revolution and just the change that is going to go in my country. And for this to happen, we needed 3 things. First of all, we needed the Venezuelan people to be part of the opposition, which we had. We needed other countries to verify that Juan Guaido was president of Venezuela, and we also got that granted. And third of all, and the hardest one, was trying to get the military to be on the opposition side. Now, we fought for 3 months to get this, and last Tuesday, it came true. The military was with us. Also on Tuesday, Guaido let Leopoldo Lopez out, which we previously talked about. He was basically Guaido's mentor, and Guaido finally set him free with the help of some military, and this is what kind of started the problem. Guaido turned to the people, begged them to come out on the streets and protest, and millions of Venezuelans did. Millions of Venezuelans became part of the opposition even when they were on Maduro's side, because they're finally realizing that Maduro is a piece of shit that needs to leave the government, the country, and just the continent of South America and go die in the snow. And ironically enough, that day nobody knew where Maduro was because he knew that they were trying to overthrow him. Some people may say that Guaido initiated a coup to basically overthrow Maduro out of power, which yes, kinda it's true. We just say it in different terms. The coup is also supported by the United States President. Thank you, Mr. Trump. That was very appreciated. Now, national authorities and of course the military that's part of the opposition are hand in hand fighting to see who the hell is going to resolve this problem and how it's gonna end up, which it sucks because many of our people are out on those streets and they're in no condition to be fighting. So now we finally come to the ultimatum, which is either Guaido gets its way and Maduro finally decides to leave, or this plan crashes and burns and back in square one with the dictatorship problem. Yeah.